I'm naming my kids after you. What? You gonna call them Road and Trip?
Legend Face.
Holly loves you. Love you too, Holly. Hi, Serenity. You got a job as a travel agent today. Congratulations. I'm going to start the lively properly at like 500 people. Something like that. Does that work for everyone? If that works for everyone, say aye at home. Awesome. The way that girls you look on you amazing. Nothing can compare when you're naked. Hey, tomorrow comes and goes before you know. I just had to let you know. Kaylee with the panda, thank you very much, Kaylee. That's 500 people. What is going on, guys? My name is Andy. I'm part of British and Irish boy band Road Trip. We're a boy band from Britain and Ireland. And we have 2 YouTube channels, an Instagram, a Snapchat, a Twitter, and a partridge in a pear tree. Kaylee with the concert. Thank you very much, Kaylee. What to do? Just going to prop myself up on a few fart pillows. That's a bit better. Grace loves you. Love you too, Grace Stushbury. Love your reaction channel. You're so relatable. Thank you, I think. Julian and Ebony with the contributions. Universal, Rhodey and Leanne. And thank you very much. Elise loves you. Love you too, Elise. Rise of Twink, what's going on? Love your reaction channel as well, Noah. Angie with the panda, thank you very much. Leanne, is it Peters? There it is. Ooh. So I had a nap. Paige, thank you very much for the pandas. I had a nap when we got back from wherever we were today. And I woke up and I was just like, it must be morning. I've slept for ages. How long was I asleep for, Mike?
I don't know, mate.
Good few hours, wasn't it?
Yeah, about an hour, 2 hours, wasn't it?
It felt like about 7 hours. What time did we get in? About 5?
Yeah, 5.
I woke up about 8. So I might have had 3 hours, but I genuinely kept getting woken up because everyone in here is noisy buggers and I hate them. But I was just like, it must be morning by now. And I was like, I haven't set an alarm, I haven't done anything. But yeah, I woke up and it was 8 o'clock in the evening. And now I'm very discombobulated. Great word. Julian with the panda. Gillian with the pandas, thank you. And Alice loves Road Trip, thank you very much for the concert.
Just quick.
What's up, brother?
Before I go.
Yeah.
Do you remember the Buzz Lightyear film?
No.
It was a cartoon, and it was like Buzz, and it starts out and it's the actual Toy Story lot.
Right.
And they put on his movie, and then you watch it with them. Oh, mate, it was sick. I'm watching it in a minute.
You need a life, Michael.
Yeah, you need to see it though.
Maybe you get a life and I'll watch it.
Or we do both together.
Yeah, well, let's get a life whilst we're watching Buzz the movie together.
Yeah, let's.
Thank you, Leon.
While we watch it.
I don't know. No. I've got a girlfriend.
I'm confused by what. That's a terrible thing to say on live. He doesn't have a girlfriend.
Yeah, I do.
We spoke about this the other day.
I know we did.
And the last thing we need is some people kicking off at us, mate. I thought Andy was single. Yeah, well, he is. Sorry, that wasn't a dig at anyone, though.
Mike wishes I was single.
Why? Why would I wish you were single?
Because you fancy me.
We're mustard snack, mate.
We are, mate. No, guys, I don't have a girlfriend. Chill out. None of us have girlfriends. Don't have time for girlfriends. Wish we did, though. God, I'm lonely.
That's why he naps.
That's the first nap I've had in about 4 million years.
Oh, I love a nap.
Do you know what? I wouldn't love a nap, but I now know I'm not going to sleep tonight.
Yeah, you troubled yourself there.
I have. Can you see a Diet Coke on the floor, or have I polished it?
I think you polished it. I haven't seen one, but maybe. I'll have a look.
Oh, I know where it is. Stay there, roadies.
I'm missing a sock. My Uber though.
That's socks.
That sucks. That socks.
This is my fuel at the minute. We're shooting something pretty massive in the next 5 days.
Told you, mate. But it becomes addictive, though.
Well, I've had this for about 4 days, so I'm not addicted.
Oh, that bottle?
Yeah.
Oh, right, okay.
I walked in to see Elvis. Yeah, I think you were there. Wanted to see Elvis, and he was like, "You're looking good."
Yeah.
Quite happy with that. Nice little confidence booster. Tetley's or PG tip? That's a tough one. I'll say PG because of Doug.
Tetley. Tell you the one that isn't nice. That Yorkshire stuff. That's a joke. That tea.
Earl Grey.
No. There's a Yorkshire brand of tea.
Chiara 100 with Italian hands and hooked. Thank you very much for the Italian hands. Guys, just a quick reminder for those of you who don't know, excuse the pyjama bottoms nice top combo. I was asleep and then Ryan and Mikey sounded like they had a lot of fun on live. And love you, bro.
See you in the morning.
See you, mate. No, don't make it morning. Let's have some kip. Alright, pal.
Oh, I've got an appointment in the morning.
Have you? What, with Le?
Yeah, well, can I just say something, Sophie? Nothing bad.
With Le Bonk.
Le Bonk.
Voilà.
With Le Bonk. I'll see you later. Bye, everyone.
Bless him. But yeah, so I've gone live every day for like the past 4 or 5 days. I'm really enjoying going live at the minute. I'm enjoying just chatting to people. I am very lonely. Relatable. Mood. Kayla with the concert. Thank you, Kayla. So just a quick reminder of how like a road trip live works. If you send in a drama queen, you get a follow straight away. Ignore that picture. That is sending my OCD mad. But there was a hard shell beetle flying around and it went past my ear and it scared the hell out of me. So I had to move the picture to get it in a glass, throw it outside, and then it came back in and I was like, you're really desperate to be here, aren't you? So then got it out of glass, threw it out the window, shut the window, and now I hope he's back with his family. I'm one of those people that tries to avoid killing bugs at all costs unless I feel like they're endangering me, or I try and save them and kill them. But yeah, so I hope you're doing well, Mr. Beetle, Mr. McCarthy. Music joke, banter. But yeah, so if you send in a drama queen, you get an instant follow. If you send in an I'm Very Rich, you get a mad shout out. And if you send in a concert, I will try and get your name, but we get a lot of concerts in. So everyone else, like Victoria and Big Rana, I'm very sorry, I missed your full name. There you go. Big Rana Wab 08, lives in France. I'll try and shout out as many of you as I can. Again, ignore my hair. I had a shower when I woke up. Nicky Norty 16, Roadie Fancies 2018. Want to meet Road Trip in person? Let's make it happen. 1,000 people going. 1,000 people live right now. What is going on, beautiful people? It is late on a Thursday. Yeah, it's Thursday. It's Thursday is our day. We Ella, thank you very much, and Chiara and Victoria, thank you very much, guys, for all of your contributions. Guys, keep the contributions flying this way. It means a lot. It also puts us in a place where we can do more with our... There we go, Laura Parker, 25, with an I Am Very Rich. Oh! Angie with a drama queen, Angie _ Michaela, you got yourself a follow. Just a sarcastic fiend with no friends and a big heart. Angie, you got yourself a follow. Thank you for the drama queen. Much love. Shannon and Mint Cry, thank you very much for the pandas and Italian hands. Shannon for the love bang as well. Yeah, so every time you contribute to this, Reese, thank you Reese for the concert. Every time you contribute to a road trip live, regardless of whose it is, we don't see that money. Like, we don't see any of the contributions. We make sure that money goes back into seeing as many of you guys as we physically can. So that funds like trips to America. It like funds cool backgrounds for tours and like better equipment and like dance lessons and going into the studio, writing songs, doing covers and stuff like that. Everything that you guys put into the band, we try and give back out in the form of amazing content. So every single person who has ever contributed to a road trip live has in turn contributed to the band being able to give amazing content. So from the bottom of my heart, and I genuinely mean this, I've been saying a lot of soppy stuff recently because I'm in quite an emotional place, but thank you to, like, even if it's things like sharing the live, you're putting us out to a new audience, or if it's like, for example, Ebony with an Italian hand, like things like that, all that stuff adds up. If we have like 4,000 people watching a live stream at a good time, Reese RT19, killer, love you, thank you, love your reaction channel. All those things add up, You're putting us out to new audiences. You're helping us travel and pursue our dream. Every single you buy, every EP you buy, every cover you watch, every live stream you share, every tweet you retweet, every edit you do, those things just are so pivotal into helping our career blossom. And bear in mind, we've been doing this for some time with no label, with no financial backing, just us, Blair, and you guys, and the three of us have done everything we can to make this project work, and it is slowly but surely going in the direction we all want it to. Quality of covers is insane. We've got mad things coming up. 4 days' time is when we start doing something that I think you guys will go mad for. I just saw a comment. I'm going to comment on it very quickly because I think it's important to talk about things like this. It just said advice on coming out. I'm going to put my 2 pence in here, and I do this quite a lot. I don't think it should ever be referred to as coming out. I know it's a common colloquialism about like people of a homosexual or a bisexual preference being like stereotyped as in the closet or like whatever. I think regardless of what your sexual preference is or what gender you find attractive, there shouldn't be a test. There shouldn't be like I need to break this to people like it's news, because it isn't news. We're in the 21st century. We're in a place where being gay is as normal in my head and in a lot of other people's head as being straight. Like, it doesn't impact on who you are as a person. If you're finding it difficult to tell people around you, then my advice would be to pick better people around you, or understand the people around you actually won't think it's as big a news as you are worried that they'll find it. Because if I had a friend that I'd known my whole life, and society assumes that everyone's straight, which isn't the case, but you know, we still live in a pretty messed up world. If I had a friend that had been assumed straight for years, and they turn around to me and I don't know how to tell you this, but I'm actually gay, I'll be like, okay. It doesn't change who you are. It doesn't mean I don't want to be friends with you. You're still a person that I appreciate. You still bring value to my life, whether it's through comedy, commitment, dedication, like common interests and stuff like that. And who you fancy doesn't dictate if I'm going to be friends with you. I have a lot of female friends. I have a lot of really attractive female friends. I have a lot of female friends that I not necessarily personally don't find attractive, but I'm sure other guys do. And I have a lot of gay friends. I have a lot of straight male friends. It doesn't. There's no preference. Do you know what I mean? So my advice on coming out would be make sure that you have the right people around you, and then don't break it as news. Just be like, yo, I'm gay. But it shouldn't even need to be said. Do you know what I mean? My mum didn't give birth to me and then a few years down the line be like, I have to tell her I'm straight. I'm bisexual. Awesome. I mean, I don't necessarily think there needs to be a label put on anything. I don't think... Because I don't go around saying, Reese, I love you, bro, thank you for the concert. I don't necessarily go around saying, guys, just so you know I'm straight. Because that's viewed as, like, the norm, and that's what's wrong. Nothing wrong with anyone's sexual preference or any, like, gender identification. None of that stuff matters. Like, it is the 21st century. We should be accepting of absolutely everyone. Patricia for the Italian hands, thank you very much. There you go. Just saw the best comment. I am human. Admit to that. And I know I go on these rants, and I know some of you probably find them really boring, or like, oh god, Andy's going off again. But it's important to talk about stuff like this. There's 1,200 people watching this. We have an audience of 800,000 people on YouTube. On one channel and 150,000 on another. We have an Instagram with a good following, we have a TikTok with a good following, and I think it's really important for someone, or the five of us, in the position where we are, where we'd never consider ourselves famous, but we definitely say that we have an impact on an audience, let's just say. I think it's really important to preach positive messages. Like, I grew up with just a mum. I never knew my dad, never had any siblings. So my bond with my mum is unrivaled in my head. I know a lot of people are very close to their families, and that's awesome, but my mum is my best friend in the world. And she brought me up to respect women, and then at the same time I had a lot of male friends, so I knew how to be a man. And then I use that term loosely, because there's no such thing as, like, you have to act this way to be this gender, you have to act this way to be another. And, like, I just think it's really easy. If you treat everyone around you, regardless of any defining characteristics that you think makes them different from you, if you treat them the same as you'd want to be treated yourself, it's a really simple thing to do. When I got into the music industry, most people in it were gay. I mean, it didn't make a difference to me. Personally, I'm straight, and I didn't get discriminated against because of that, and I didn't discriminate because other people weren't straight. Like, I think a lot of very insecure men would feel threatened by someone that's gay, because they'd be like, oh, they must fancy me. Well, chill out, love. You aren't that desirable. But it's not like every woman in the world fancies you. Why would a man? Like, I'm a trans female. Awesome. I'm bisexual. Do you know, it should just be. It shouldn't even be a topic of conversation. It should just be something that's completely accepted. And if you want to talk about it, awesome. Like, I talk about the fact that I love women. I do. I think that they are beautiful creatures. I think you all think you're very misunderstood, whereas it takes just a good man to kind of work you all out. But no, I think I'm personally straight, and I speak openly about the fact that I find beautiful. I find women beautiful. They're beautiful creatures, a lot more caring than men. But again, I don't want to come across sexist in any way, so it was a little joke. But like, I've painted my nails in the past, and I will continue to do so when I don't have a dodgy nail. Because I want to stand for something that I believe in, and that is that men can do things that only women are supposed to do, and women can do things that only men are supposed to do. Like, my football team, Man United, and I don't like speaking about football because I know you guys aren't very interested in it, but my football team, Manchester United, this year, thank you Nicole for the concert, reformed their women's football team. Now, if I get the opportunity, I'll support them just as much as I do the men's team. And I know that it's going to take a long time for women's football to catch up with men's in terms of, like, the financial aspect, or, like, the draw, to, like, draw women into football. But it'll take, like, 10, 15 years, and women's football will be as big as men's, and that'll be awesome. And then there'll be things like men playing netball more socially. I played netball in primary school. I wasn't gay. I was really short, and I was awesome at netball because I wasn't tall enough to play basketball, and I had a lot of female friends in primary school. And a lot of my male mates, like, laughed at me for it. I didn't care. I grew up with a single mum. Like, if anything, I was just playing sport that I enjoyed. So, am I bi? No, I'm not bi. You look so hot. I really don't. I'm wearing pyjama bottoms. This top is very nice. I'll give you that. And then my hair is just like down and put to the bottom of my head. Just like stapled to the top of my head. Hooked and Ella, thank you very much for your contributions. Really do appreciate the fact that you guys are up late with me. I'm not going to do a mad long one because I've done a few mad lives as of late. So, Amy, thank you very much for the Italian hand. A comment saying I play football. That's awesome. I really wish I could still play football. I think one day, in many years to come, I'd like to be... thank you, Laura Parker, for the concert. Love you. I'd like to have a more proactive role in football. I'm not sure how many of you guys know, but before I got into the music industry, I was a singer for the Man United Foundation Choir. And the foundation stands for helping people from a less privileged background, like, have a route into football or a route into a job, and it helps at, like, supposed underprivileged people, gives them training camps, like, gives them a purpose, like, gives them a friendship group and stuff like that. And I thought that was a really powerful message to stand for, plus it combined two of my loves, football and music. So I represented the club I support, doing something that I enjoy doing, and standing for a good cause, and it was a really awesome thing to do. I was very privileged to be able to sing at half-time at some of the some stadiums, sing a World Cup national anthem for the Rugby League World Cup final a few years back. And it's like, it gives you mad experience, but the cause was brilliant, and I think further down the line that'd be something I'd be really interested in standing for or being a part of. I'd love to get involved in the political side of football more. So I'm very passionate about the sport. I'm just a very bang average footballer, and it's a bit late for me to start training to be a professional footballer, considering I'm going to be in the world's biggest boy band. Little joke. But I'd love to go into management. I'd love to train kids to be a footballer and harness their passion for it and teach people how to play football the right way. I'd love to be a commentator. I think I have quite a good commentator's voice. I think I'm well spoken and articulate, so if I'm watching a football match I'd be able to commentate on stuff and come up with quick lines. And then I'd like to stand for a powerful message. I think something that I want to do throughout the course of this band is write music for you guys to enjoy, play in the biggest stadiums so we can see as many of you as possible, and preach the right message. I've personally made a lot of mistakes in my career along the way. You sometimes get trapped in a bubble, you sometimes get told you're amazing and you start to believe it, when actually that's just people blowing smoke up you. You make lapses of judgment, you make mistakes that wouldn't be punished if you weren't in the public eye and stuff, and when you kind of grow past that point, you realise that it's not the person that you were brought up to be. And I think I'm in, for the past year or so, a transitional phase of maturity where I'm we need to understand that we are role models to an extent, whether we like to admit it or not, and it's not big-headed to admit it because we have an audience. And I think we shouldn't be afraid to preach our views on the world and encourage people to have their own opinions. I'm not necessarily saying that I'm right all the time. I'm not necessarily saying that some of the stuff I'm saying now won't come back to bite me further down the line. I'm sure it will. But to be quite frank, one day's news is another day's newspaper. So if anyone has a problem with what I'm saying, I encourage you to have an opinion on it. But as long as there's a conversation happening, it means that either change is good in the world, because the world's constantly adapting. So I just want the world to be even more beautiful than it already is. Advice on anxiety. That's something I've never personally suffered from. I had a friend in high school, a really, really close friend of mine, that I had to help through panic attacks and stuff like that. I think it's really important to have a close friend who understands what you're going through. The only way I can relate, in a sense, and again, I don't really speak about this a lot, I have very serious asthma, something that I have to regulate a lot. And anyone who went to our Bristol show, tour before last, would kind of know quite how serious it can get. It really affected my performance. It meant I couldn't do a meet and greet, and it's the only time in my career I've ever had to drop out of a meet and greet. I'll never miss a show. I'll die on stage. I'll never miss a show, because the whole reason I'm here is to do a show. But I think so. An asthma attack is essentially a combination of not receiving enough oxygen to your lungs and the panic of that. So I can understand the panic aspect, but it's really hard to get yourself out of that mindset. What I've been able to do as I've got older is regulate that panic and treat myself better. So be in a place where I know I'm starting to panic and freak out, I can just sit down or go outside, get some air, really deep breaths, reflective time, understand that you're still getting oxygen to your lungs, you're not dying. It's just the more you panic and the more you stress out, the worse you're going to make yourself. And I think it's the same with anxiety. Like I say, I've never had the condition, but whenever my friend went through a hard time with it, I'd always sit her down and hold her hand and just tell her to breathe with me, and for the first few breaths she wouldn't be able to hold it as long and she'd struggle, and then she'd freak out and be like, hey, it's alright, calm down. Just reassure her that everything's okay and get her to breathe with me, and eventually she'd start to calm down and then need a little hug, and then just take her time. Slow sips of water is fine. I'll always support you. Thank you, Lucy. What's the most life-changing decision you've ever made? Brilliant question. Okay. Well, I guess... Well, I'd say two. Thank you, Madison, for the rainbow puke. One would be when I was 6 years old, I really wanted to be like members of Busted. So I learnt to play guitar when our school didn't really offer guitar lessons for people that young, and particularly where I was really small, I couldn't hold a guitar very well. But I was like, no, I want to do it. And the music teacher was like, do you not want to learn like a brass instrument? And I was like, no, I've got asthma, that won't be good for me, I want to play guitar. And I learned guitar from the age of 6 till about the age of 14 with guitar teachers, and it gave me a good foundation to work from, and then since then everything's kind of been from ear and experimenting and stuff like that. So I'd say picking guitar over a classical instrument, and also moving to London when I was 17. I think those two things were quite pivotal points in my life. Gave me the ability to do the band. Moving away from home, something I've always had home comforts. I've always loved my house with my mum, but pushing myself out of my comfort zone to pursue a career that she's always helped support me to do. It's tough. It's tough being away from home a lot. Probably see my mum 3 times a year. And I do wish I could see her more, don't get me wrong. So it's awesome when I do get to see her. But I'm sure we will again soon. Laura Parker, thank you very much for the concert.
I'm going to try to do the impossible now.
Make popcorn.
If it without burning it. Alex did it the other day, it didn't burn a thing.
We'll just put it in for half the time you think you should, and then just top it up by 10 seconds at a time.
Yeah, I normally put it for 3.5, so I'm putting it for 2:30. I feel like that should do a good job.
There's Rye's thumb.
You have a nice nap?
No, I was just talking about it before.
Not a good nap.
It's proper worn down. I don't know what it is. Felt it at the end of the of where we were today.
Studio?
Right, yeah. Yeah, I was just like really focused, making sure everything sounded sick, and then by the end I left and I was like,
When you nap, you're only meant to set a nap for like half an hour max.
yeah.
Unless you're siestering, and it's like 2 hours.
I had 2 hours.
Yeah, that can mess you up. If you're not used to that kind of sleeping schedule, it will make you really drowsy.
I feel rough as hell now, and I'm not going to be able to sleep tonight, which is a bit of a nightmare.
You're in bed like 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
I'll be back.
Okay. See you in Manchester. Yeah, that's a good point, guys. Let's stop the preaching and stuff. Thank you, Shannon. Thank you, Angie. Who is coming to tour? I appreciate you guys asking for my advice on things. It means that you appreciate some of the things I say, and I'm grateful for that. But I also think it's important to have like a more light-hearted nature as well. So I've done a lot of advice giving. Let's just be a bit more fun and chilled out for like the next little bit. That's it. Is he popping popcorn? Yes, he is. Andy, have you seen the new pink kit for United? I have. It is sick. I haven't got any of the kits yet. You guys were amazing last year and managed to get the home and away kit. One with Fowler on the back and one with Fofs on the back. And I was just like, you guys are just the best people in the world. So I haven't got any of the kits yet. But that pink one's really nice. But I like the home one. Like that fades to black. It's awesome. Where is freedom for you on stage? I think that's where I'm most myself, or on camera, but only when I'm performing on camera. And I wouldn't say I'm the most comfortable vlogger, but I'm saying I like performing a lot. Sweet or salty popcorn? Sweet all day. Mixture. Like a mixture when I'm trying to eat clean, but sweet if I'm not. Love your smile. Thank you very much. I like smiling. Gemma, thank you very much for the love bangs. Newcastle meet and greet, awesome. Yeah, your popcorn is done.
Oh, it smells lavish.
What are you guys watching?
Ed Sheeran doc. There's someone out here hasn't watched it yet. You watched it yet?
You didn't know, you didn't invite me.
Do you want to watch it?
Not tonight. I'll watch it another night.
I smell a melt.
That's the popcorn.
It is. I don't know if... Oh, screw it.
Girl trip with the love bunny saying, no, wait. There's an easy way of telling. That's
hot.
Nah, not really.
Really?
I've got calluses on my hands from playing guitar.
I was going to say, mate, that's uncomfortably hot, that. Very uncomfortably hot. I swear I brought something else in. Those beans, Alex. Those beans are Alex.
Alex, you're a messy boy!
Alex, you're disgusting!
Clean up after yourself, chimp.
You chomp! Right, let me know if you want to watch it, Fobs.
Not tonight. You guys go crack on. Erin loves you. Love you too, Erin. Cake or biscuits? Oof. Nothing in the world can beat a good cheesecake or a good chocolate fudge cake. And that kills me to say because for the past 2 months, I've been trying to lean out. Like Gemma with 2 sun creams, thank you very much. I've vlogged the whole thing. I vlogged my experience. Obviously, I went live for the first few gym sessions I did as well. I wanted to see like progression, and the fact that I walked into that room today and Alex was like, "You're looking good, man." It meant a lot. And I know it's less obvious for you guys to see the change because comparatively you see us on camera every single day, so it's hard to be like, "Oh, it looks a lot different than 2 months ago." But I do think that like a small amount of change has been made, and it's been made a healthy way where I've still been able to be productive with work, but also like have a better lifestyle. I feel healthier for it. My fitness is through the roof. Particularly for like summer in the city, I was just able to jump around and be mad on stage without losing a lot of energy. So I was really happy that I was able to do that. I felt like light on my feet. I felt energetic. And I look in the mirror now and I'm like, cool, you're about halfway. And the fact that I've like vlogged the whole thing, not even necessarily for you guys to ever see it, because I think it's a bit self-indulgent, but just so I've got it, so I can look back and be like, that was my journey. There were PT sessions where I'd be crying from like how tired I was, and there'd be other PT sessions I'd be being sick. There'd be other PT sessions where I'd be annoyed at myself for not being able to work hard, and then there'd be others I'd come out and be really proud of myself. And then like the boxing video where I was able to like do a little skit without my shirt on for like the first time. I remember we put out a video on our Road Trip TV channel called We Can Explain, and I hate that video with a passion because I was topless in it and I looked god awful in comparison to the other 4. And I've always fluctuated with weight, and it's been a struggle, a physical and mental struggle to try and overcome that. Because I comfort and stress eat, and I'm also a metamorphic, which means I put weight on through food very easily. So it's been a hard adjustment and balancing the band stuff where we've been busier than we've ever been, and getting up at like 8 in the morning to go and do a PT session so I can do both. So I think that's why I'm a bit run down, and then I've had a few overnight studio sessions as well, just to make sure the stuff we've got coming out is just insane. So I'm working the hardest, probably one of the hardest I've ever worked in my life, and all the boys are as well, to be fair. But I have personal goals as well as band goals, so it's really important that I keep doing this. So that was just a nice moment. So I appreciate you, Shot by Champ, even though I'll never say it to your face. See you in Newcastle. Awesome, I can't wait. You've made my day. Thank you very much. Thank you, Anne Catherine, for the love bangs. Thank you, Alexandra Doge, for the concert. Love you. Can't wait to see you soon. Yeah, baby, yeah. I just had to let you know the way that good you look on you, amazing. The way that good you look on you, amazing. To be fair, first thing I'm going to do... Amber Year 1, thank you very much. First thing I'm going to do when I come up here is get some new clothes. I might look at getting some new gym gear. Now I'm more confident. I want to get like leggings and t-shirts and not just have baggy stuff all the time. And then there was something else I needed to get. I can't remember. With that gushing look on you, amazing. When are you coming to Australia? That genuinely, I would love to. I would love to come to Australia. You look good today from Bubble Gumbury 01, Georgia. Thank you very much, and thank you, Gemma, for the love bank. Is a Jaffa cake a cake or a biscuit? I think it's a cake. It's the size of a biscuit, but I think it's a cake. What's your favourite superhero? Spider-Man or Iron Man? I'm not a big superhero guy, if I'm perfectly honest. I prefer a good love story. I'd rather watch a rom-com or an action than a superhero movie, because I guess they're more non-fictional in the sense that they could be happening and it's a relatable story, whereas, don't get me wrong, the new Spider-Man, Tom Holland kills it, he's hilarious, and Iron Man, Robert Downey Jr., they're both insane. So they're good entertainment, I like watching them, but I'd never say I'm an avid Marvel DC guy. Gemma, thank you very much for the sun cream. I'm going to go through and answer some of your questions now and call out as many contributors as I can. Liv Rose loves you. Love you too, Liv Rose. Why have you kissed so many boys? I think it's really important, going through your teens and stuff, to not rule anything out. And I was... Tia, Andy is a... What's that say? Andy's a snack, thank you. Amber 1 with 3 concerts. AMBYR 1, 3 concerts, 4 concerts, thank you very much. Thank you. As I was saying, I kissed a few guys growing up, because I think if I'm perfectly honest, I'd say 50% of guys you've met have kissed another guy. Whether it be like at a social event or for a laugh or whatever like that. But they're just too scared to admit it. I'm not. I'm personally straight, and that's totally fine. But it would also be fine if I was bi, if I was gay, or whatever. I did it to kind of not rule out any option. And it was always with like mates as well. It wasn't like I was leading anyone on in that sense. It wasn't for me, but at least I can say I tried. I think it's really important to not rule anything out. Are you with Rye? Rye and I are very, very close. Like, unhealthily close. And weirdly similar. But whilst being the polar opposite of each other. Love your voice, babe. Thank you, Fov's wife. Is friendship possible after a relationship? It is a very, very tough one. I think you need to end on very amicable terms. Both be very mature. And I do think a period of separation so that you don't get used, so that you break out the habit of being used to relying on that person, and then slowly integrate yourselves back into each other's lives, but then like draw boundaries. I know from personal experience that if I saw someone that I'd been in a relationship with, I could easily revert back to them, because I'm that sort of person. I really like being in relationships. I love comfort, I love codependency, I love affection. So if I just got out of a relationship and then went to see them as a friend, or was speaking to them full time as a friend, just end up pouring my heart and soul into that person, and that's not fair on either of us. The relationship's ended for a reason, but you have got so many good memories with that person, you know them inside and out, so it'd be a shame to throw all of that emotional time and knowledge away just because you aren't romantic anymore. Do you know what I mean? So I think 4 times out of 5, no. So I think relationships end for a reason. But I think 1 in 5, yeah, you can, as long as you're mature and amicable about the situation. Manchester road trip is coming for you. Hell yeah. Jack said you smell like a baby. He's made weird comments like that before. He stroked my back the other day and said, how are you so smooth? Can you say hi, Ramsha? Yes, I can. What's going on, Ramsha? What is your happiest memory? Ooh. Playing Wembley with road trip. getting a standing ovation at Wembley with Overload, playing guitar for Harvey on the Little Mix tour at the MEN Arena, or singing at half-time at Old Trafford during the Man United-Arsenal match. I genuinely think I could die with those 4 memories and feel like I've achieved something in my life. Milk then cereal or cereal then milk? Milk then cereal all day. Merci Fovs for everything, Liana. Merci toi aussi. Can you say Kohamsha Veronica? Yeah, Kohamsha. You look good today, thank you. Sorry guys, I'm trying to reply to as many of your friends. Your hair looks so hot this way. I don't like it. It's very like old school. Do you know what I mean? I need to go through some of the more recent comments because there's a lot of repetition. Oh my god, there's thousands. Guys, thank you so much for all your contributions. I don't know why, but it seems to have frozen. Wow. We remade God as a Woman. Awesome, I can't wait to see that. Favourite Harry Potter movie? Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. It was my favourite book as well. Thank you, Tiana Peacock. Favourite childhood TV show? Oh. Thomas the Tank Engine or SpongeBob? See you in Glasgow, can't wait. Hector loves you, love you too. I love your voice, thank you very much, I appreciate that. What's your Safa_XO, thank you very much. Tiana Peacock. Safa has asked, what's your favourite quality about each band member? I like Jack's reckless nature and always searching for fun. I mean, that's a really good trait. I like Mikey's caring side and the fact that we bond over things outside of the band, which makes him a good friend. I like Brooks' innocence and like young-minded approach to everything. It's very sweet. It makes him a really nice person. And I like Rye's drive and intellect. It's very similar to me in that sense, which is why the pair of us are really good at getting stuff done. Really good question, Safa. I like that a lot. Giving you more drawings in Glasgow. Amazing. I'm currently in the process at my house in Manchester of making a fan room of like stuff that I've received from the years, because I've got so much awesome stuff. I think it'd be nice to make like a shrine. Is water wet? Oh, I'm not going into this again. Tiana Peacock, thank you very much for the Italian hands, guys. Legit, the contributions have been amazing. Olivia, thank you very much for the love bang. And I'm really sorry if I haven't been calling as many of you out as you'd like. I've just been speaking a lot. Oh, that was a good question. Sick Silk or Champion? Oh, I'm going to go Champion. I really like Champion. I like Feeler at the minute. I was always a Sick Silk guy. I love the fit of their tops. I love the style of them, like the whole long sleeve going over the thumb. Like, I think that's dope. It went very out of fashion, and I kind of pursued with it because I really like it. And it makes like good under stuff, like that long sleeve under a jacket's very fashionable. But Champion at the minute's just in, and they make some dope clothes. I've got like 9-10 different Champion tops and like 3-4 different pairs of joggers. This Feeler top is one of my personal favourites at the minute. It's really nice. So I'm going to say Champion, but don't sleep on Sick Silk. They've got a really nice women's range out at the minute. And I'm not, don't get me wrong, like, this isn't an ad. I'm not like paid to promote them or anything. My God, I wish I was. What's your opinion on perpetual relationships? That's a very deep question. I'm going to answer that another time. What's your favourite Panic song? At the minute, it is King of the Clouds or Dying in LA, but I obviously some of the classics like This Is Gospel and I Write Sins Not Tragedies, you know. Ballad of Mona Lisa, banger. Northern Downpour was always one of my favourites. Sugar cane in the easy morning. And 9 in the afternoon. 'Cause it's 9 in the afternoon. You're rising the stars of the moon. You're good 'cause you can, so you do. We're feeling so good, just the way that we do. And it's 9 in the afternoon. Coronation Street or EastEnders. Corey. Your eyes and the stars of the moon. What's your least favourite quality from every band member? Good question. Rye is very stubborn. Will never admit that he's wrong. Mikey is very extreme as a person, so will get obsessed and addicted with things very quickly. Like at the minute, he won't do anything other than watch or talk about football, and it's really annoying. Brooke lacks common sense, so makes a lot of mistakes that other people won't make. And Jack doesn't know when to not poke people and be like, give me attention. Like, he always wants to be like talking or doing something like manic. And I'm personally a person that for a good few hours a day wants to be left alone. But they don't really have bad traits. They're all really awesome people. And, you know, I'm a bitch. So I'd be more straight up if I thought otherwise. But I couldn't ask for 4 better bandmates. Please sing This Is Gospel. So low. Like, weirdly, you guys will be like, it's so high in the chorus, but to me it's personally not, but it's the this is gospel for the fallen ones, natural wells and permanent slumber, assembling their philosophies, pieces of broken memories. Oh, oh, oh. Gnashing teeth and criminal tongues conspire against the odds, but they haven't seen the best of us yet. If you love me, let me go. If you love me, let me go. There you go. 'Cause these words are nice enough to leave scars. The fear of falling apart. Truth be told, I never was yours. The fear of falling apart. Biggest pet peeve, people not being clean. Funniest moment ever. Too many to count. Your voice is amazing, thank you. Oh, that was a sick question, where is it? If you weren't an RT right now, what would you be doing? Writing music. Can you sing a happy birthday to Molly? Happy birthday, dear Molly. Happy birthday to you. Don't watch with headphones. Sorry, guys. What's the nicest thing the boys have done for you? For one of my birthdays, they made me a really nice edit. We stopped getting each other's gifts, and the boys got together a load of old footage of me from different projects and made like a vlog just about me, just for me to have, and it was hilarious. It was so muggy, but I really appreciated it, and I was like nearly in tears at that. And then also like being really supportive when like my gran died, or like I lost someone really close to me in my life recently, and they've all been there for me and supportive throughout that. They're just genuinely really awesome people. And I don't need to tell you guys that because you know it already. Guys, thank you very much for the contributions. I think for some reason they're broken, like they're not really coming through. Joy, thank you. There you go. Joy with pandas is coming through. First impressions of each member. Awesome question. Joy and NCP, thank you for the love bangs and pandas. I thought Mikey was hilarious, but not right for the band. He proved me wrong. I thought Brooke was very sweet and perfect for the band. He proved me right. I thought Jack was ludicrously talented, but wouldn't do the band. He proved me wrong. And I thought Rye was an arsehole. He proved me right. Opinions on makeup. Use it to highlight awesome features, but don't. In fact, do what you want. Don't listen to me. Paige with the concert, thank you very much. You want to wear a load of makeup? Do it, babe. It's your body. Or do it, guy. I wear makeup. Not all the time. Not hardly ever. Let's just say that. Gigi wants to hug you. Love you to hug you. Lauren, thank you very much for the pandas. What was that one? What's your worst character trait? Joy, thank you very much for the pandas. My worst one? I think certain people would probably label me rude because I don't sugarcoat anything. And even when I meet new people, if they're doing something I don't like, I'll let them know. And some people would probably say that gives a bad first impression, but I personally don't care. If I've got something to say, I'll say it. So I guess it'd be being too brash. Oh, there is a massive daddy long legs. Who writes the songs? Only you. What songs? Just one second, I'm just going to go and get this daddy long legs out because it's a bit lost. Come here. Hey, no. There you go. There we go. Easy. Very calm. Brandy live soon, it'd be awesome. I did my first fluff live with Jack the other day. I don't really do lives with Ryan, I don't really do lives with Brooke. I want to start getting different duos to do lives more. I think it'd be awesome for you guys to see. And we need to start twitching again. Favourite rom-com, just go with it. Guys, I'm going to jump off. It's been like 45 minutes and although the comments are awesome and I really appreciate that, there's something wrong with the contributions, so I don't really know what's going on there. Hopefully TikTok can get that sorted. Reese. Literally as soon as I say I'm going to go, Reese is like, bang. Love it. Keep up the reactions, all of you. Off the top of my head, Grace, Banter Trip, Train Trip, Roadworks, Aston Vlogs, Anya, Tiggy, Reese, Rise of Twink, Roy S. Ford. They're all amazing. I'm really sorry if I forgot your channel. I'm very tired, but in a weird way, not tired at all. Keep them all up. I subscribe to a lot of you, so look forward to seeing your stuff. Thank you for your love on the East Side cover. A lot of you found that very funny, and a lot of you... My advice on the East Side cover, watch it, read the captions, then watch it without reading the captions, so you watch it twice, because then you can appreciate the vocals and stuff like that, but then also, like, get involved. Lisa and Cara, yeah. Tiggy, Gigi, Bling Trip, and thank you very much for Italian Hands, guys. I'm going to shoot. I love you all. Can't wait to see you again soon. I've been Andy from Road Trip. Peace and love. See you on the flip side. Stay healthy, happy, and yeah, love you. Thank you, Amber, for the concert. Love you, Amber. Oh, thank you, Girl Trip, for the concert. Girl Trip TV. You guys are amazing.